Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Elora and today I want to share a few methods which you can use to learn the way your deck communicates with you so that when you do readings for yourself or for others, you have an idea of how tarot or that particular deck speaks and what images it used to deliver information. Because yes, we have the traditional meanings, yes, we have the little white books, yes, we have the meanings that have been assigned to cards, but very often cards speak simply with the imagery, such as the Empress can be a woman sitting on a chair, or the lovers can be a choice, but can also be people having sex. It can also be two naked people, and it all depends on the question that you ask. So we were playing this game with a friend who actually also has a lovely YouTube channel, Maya Divination, spelled with M-A-J-A. You can go to her channel and see all the amazing videos that she's doing. So we were playing a game of asking our cards funny questions like what's this person doing right now, and then pulling cards and then seeing what the cards show and clarifying with one another whether what the cards have showed is right, and then looking at what imagery the cards used to show certain things. For instance, you can ask what is that person wearing, or what color is his shoes, or what color is his underwear, and if this comes up, does that mean that it has something to do about religion conformity or spiritual beliefs? No, it's simply a problem means that the underwear or the shoes are red, or the bag or whatever. So let's see. We can ask questions such as, earlier today I asked the question, you can tell your deck, show me, and then you can ask things like, earlier I was asking, show me a nervous system dysregulation, how will that look like? And my deck actually didn't show me the actual nervous system dysregulation, but what it showed me was Nine of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Sun. So it was saying, and the bottom of the deck was King of Cups. What it was saying is that the guy who sits and has all his cups behind him, like, so you have all your emotions there out in the clear, and Four of Pentacles talks about control and also regulation, right? So regulate all your emotions. Four of Swords is a rest, and then the Sun is simply enjoy. So switching from fight or flight into the rest and digest, from sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system. So the cards have their own way of describing things. So let's try and ask a question. What color dress am I wearing right now? And it will not always answer your exact questions, but you have to look at the cards and see what they're actually saying. What color dress am I wearing right now? This is very funny because, and I will explain why, my dress is actually exact shape as the Hierophant dress. So both of my arms are out and bare, as you can see. So the shoulder is only until here. And it's not showing me the color, but it is showing me the shape. So the dress is exactly that. There is wide openings under my arms, and both of my arms that are right here, exactly like that in front of you, are out of the sleeves of my dress. So it didn't show me the color. It showed me what am I wearing and how does it look like. And this is an amazing and super funny and hilarious thing. I wish I could show you, but it's exactly the shape of my dress, and it's funny because all you can see on the video are my two hands literally doing this and sticking out of a dress and into the camera. So the cards have humor and they have a way to communicate with the images. So sometimes when we ask certain questions, they will literally show you something. And the answer will be there, not exactly the way you expected it, but it will be there one way or another to a certain extent. Let's try something more tricky. What am I doing right now? Let's see what comes up. What am I doing right now? And my dress is also long. What am I doing right now? Right now, at this moment, what am I doing? Queen of Wands is the card of witches. Who didn't know that? Raise your hand, but we all know. Queen of Wands is the card of witches. So I am delivering some hidden, unknown information, right? Teaching and delivering or sharing messages, because Page of Cups is a messenger, or can be a student, right? Because pages are students. So I'm sharing, giving out, because Knight of Wands is movement. So it's an action. Knights are actually rarely people. A lot of the times they are actions that we're taking, and then it will depend on which knight are we looking at. For instance, Knight of Swords can represent airplanes, horses, horse racing, bikes, and two-wheel transportation. And it's fast. It can be a flight as well. Here also we can see a different perspective. I'm basically talking, because also Wands is about spoken word, right? Communication. We have Wands is a spoken word, Swords are the thought, Cups are the emotions, and Pentacles are actions. So I'm talking, right? How else would you describe talking in the cards? You won't be able to describe it, but I'm doing something, so it's a verb. A knight is always a verb. And it's interesting because tarot is ultimately a language. So we are often getting too stuck on the meanings of the cards. What is the knight? What does the knight mean? What does the knight mean here? What is it? What does it mean? What does it mean? Where is he going? But actually it can be simply a verb. Something is happening. And so what is happening right now? Me talking, and I am sharing an occult, because the hidden cup is an occult information, right? Different ways of how you can see and read the cards. And the Page of Cups can be many things. It's either the person of a water sign, which I am, a Cancerian. It can also be a student, so people that are listening at the moment while I'm talking, whoever is watching this. And again, Queen of Wands is a witch, represents always a woman that deals with magic, occult or esoteric world one way or another. So I'm sharing my knowledge of something that is hidden. And then we can also look at it like, here you have this cup that is hidden, and I'm talking and explaining something, and there you've got this cup that you're holding with the fish that's looking at you, and it's like an aha moment where you go, aha, I got it. And you literally got it, you're literally holding it. So the cards speak in many, many different ways. Let's ask another question. What will I be doing tomorrow? What is my plan for this next 3 days? What am I going to be doing within the next 3 days? What am I going to be doing tomorrow morning? What is my plan for this upcoming 3 days? See? My plan for the next upcoming 3 days is traveling. And I'm traveling because, well, first of all, I'm traveling because we have to do a visa run. So we're going to KL. So I'm going away. And why am I going away also tomorrow? The plan was to go away on Saturday. But the plans have suddenly changed because my housekeeper unexpectedly called in sick and said that she won't be coming for a week. So instead of looking for someone who will be here helping me daily, we decided why not take a trip for 4 days so that we don't have to be here making mess and then having to do the dishes, having to clean up, having to do whatever it is that we usually don't do. And so my housekeeper called in sick. So tomorrow I'm going to be leaving because I'm lacking help that I usually have. And we're literally going on a trip. It's an adventure, right? And what does the fool doing here? Is the fool doing here? He's on an adventure. He's taking his belongings with him and he's going on an adventure. So that's what we're doing. We're taking a trip, literally. And then the temperance can also be talking about places. It can be talking about balance. I mean, we have the traditional interpretations of temperance, right? But we have also here the combination alchemy of something. So it could be, and the way he's passing his water and he has wings, right? So we have to take a flight. We are also crossing oceans. So, and there is a road there behind. So cards can literally be speaking in images. Now I'm still trying to understand what's the High Priestess saying here. Because the High Priestess is something unexpected, something unknown. So it's an unexpected trip. It's something that I couldn't foresee, because up until yesterday 7 p.m. the plan was that my husband flies for work to Kuala Lumpur and I will be staying behind until Saturday, and Saturday my daughter and I will go, just the two of us. But then my housekeeper called in sick saying that she can't come, so it suddenly, and I couldn't find anybody else for a week, and it suddenly comes out that I'll be here alone having to deal with this, and this, and we decided we'd rather go away. So me lacking help, my housekeeper being sick, and suddenly planning trip overseas because he's looking over the sea, unexpected, unforeseen travel. Okay? So sometimes it can take a minute to try and figure out, and you can say, oh, you're just trying to fit it in. But no, because the cards will always try and say to you what you're asking about, but they have the language of their own. And the more clear your question is, the more clear your answer is. For instance, this can mean simply that you are not wearing any underwear, to a question of, am I wearing any underwear? And if you're not, it will be saying that you're barely wearing any clothes because they barely have anything. It's a meaning of lack, an absence of something, right? So that's why we ask those kind of questions, to see how our cards communicate. Let's try something else. Let's try something else. And which country am I living right now? My residence location at the moment. Where am I residing? What is the country of my residence right now? Let's try and see how it will try to explain that. What is the country of my residence right now? Okay, so now if you don't know where I am, it will hardly make any sense. But I know where I am. So when I see this, this is already funny. I mean, these two people are naked. There is massive sunshine. And I'm in Bali. So I'm in Bali means that most of the time, like 70% of the time, people here are almost naked. You see girls in G-strings on their bikes on the main roads. So people are constantly naked. There are volcanoes as well. It's hot. It's equator, so below equator, it's tropics. It's a place where things take a very long time to work because everybody is on vacation and everybody is what's the word? Everybody is very relaxed and people come here to rest and let go. So it's a place where things move really slowly, that you can ask someone to do something and it will take them a lot of time to do that thing. Okay, then we have the moon. The moon talks about places with high humidity, moisture, a lot of water bodies. So we're surrounded by the ocean. It's an island and it's highly humid. And then again, at the bottom of the deck here, we have exact landscapes that we have here in Bali. The rocky cliffs and water. So it literally is speaking in images. Now, what is the Three of Pentacles talking about? A lot of talking and very little action. So local people are very famous for their, yeah, okay, sister, give me this, give me your shoes, I'll repair them by tomorrow. Tomorrow you come. Sorry, it's not ready yet. My friend didn't come to work and I forgot to tell my wife, blah, blah. And it's a lot of talking because Three of Pentacles is a conversation. A lot of talking, very little actions. It's hot, it's wet, it's humid. It's very pretty too. So it's good to do this kind of practice so that you have an idea of how your deck will try to do its best to answer to your question. Do I have a... what kind of questions we can ask? Am I single or do I have a family? Let's try to ask a yes or no question. You see, this flew out, justice. What does justice talk about? Legal matters. Am I single or do I have a family? I do have a family. I'm married, legally married, so it's not just a partner. Now, am I single or do I have a family? I have one child, and she's a Leo, so this is a fire sign. That's why we have wands. Now we have to figure out. Oh, so it's literally talking, I think. Yes, I'm married, and the star sign of my child is wands. Now, what is the Nine of what is the Nine of Pentacles telling us? I'm married. I'm in a legal marriage. The star sign of my child is Leo, so it's a fire sign. And what does the Nine of Pentacles talking about? Usually it's talking about Yes, they're saying that I have a child. It might be also saying that I'm living again. It can say, oh, and you're living in a very beautiful, hot place. It can also say, yes, you have a child, one, and it's a Leo. What is Nine of Pentacles talking about? I'm not yet clear, but it's for me to sit and ponder and ask myself questions. Is it saying that everything I have, so I'm surrounded by this beautiful family of mine and they're like my environment, right? It could be talking about that. It could be simply saying that I have a beautiful life, which I do because I'm so lucky to have my family and my husband and my daughter, and the environment which they create for me, in which I live daily. And it's a beautiful life of joy, and we have a really lovely lifestyle here in Bali that I've struggled to find in other places. There are downsides, of course, but most of the time we love it. So the star sign of my child is fire sign, Leo, and I'm married in legal marriage. So all of these things, they will show up. They will show up for you and they will try to speak to you. And if you get stuck on the meanings that are assigned to the cards, you won't see this. But if you will drop those ideas just for a second and see what are the cards trying to say, because sometimes they will literally speak to you, literally with literal images. Star sign, Leo, justice, so legal questions. Yes, you're married, because this can talk about divorce and this can talk about marriage as well, any legal matters. Tell me something about my husband. Tell me some basic information about my husband. His star sign, his job, his personality, what kind of person he is. Let's see if that will work. What kind of person is my husband? His star sign, his personality, his job, the type of person that he is. It's very funny that it's literally saying that it's conflicting. I can't see, but at the moment he is on the plane literally right now, flying to KL overseas. So it's telling me what my husband is doing at the moment. And it's also, I think, talking here about, and you have to be careful with that, guys, because and I always am trying to be very wary of that, because we cannot really spy on other people. So this was a direct question about what kind of person my husband is, which means going into his inner world. And so it's saying this is a conflict of interest information, is something that you shouldn't be going in and digging for. I can tell you what's he doing right now. He's flying to another country, right? We have a world here, because Two of Wands can mean a city, and he is flying into a big city. Why is it a city? Because he's standing inside his castle, and Two of Wands is usually a city by the water. It can be a port city, it can be major cities like Hong Kong. And so anyway, this guy, my husband, is flying to KL at the moment. He's flying to a major city. It can be also talking about KL being, it's a Muslim country, right? So there are a lot of restrictions and all kinds of conflicting with our understanding, right, of religious beliefs, and so all sorts of limitations. So he's flying into a place where there are certain limitations, but can also be talking about, hey, don't stick your nose in other people's feelings, like what his feelings, because if I look at the bottom of the deck here, his feelings are his feelings, and this guy is sitting and guarding it, right? Don't try and dig into somebody else's inner world. So This is, for me, it's a clear warning. Don't spy on other people. This is as much as I'm going to tell you. He's flying. Because this information I know already. I already know this information. He's my husband. I know that he went to the airport. This is an open to me information. This, however, what kind of personality he has, is in his personal stuff. So it's clearly saying don't dig, don't go further. So we have to respect other people's boundaries, and the cards sometimes will literally tell you to fuck off, like they just did now. Okay, what are the questions? What type of person am I? Describe me as a person, my personality. What do I like, what I dislike? What are my dreams, aspirations? Am I kind? What is my star sign? Describe me as a person in general. My personality, my character. Describe me as a person. Let's have a look. So, this is amazing. Describe me as a person. I am a mother. Queen of Cups. I am a water sign, a Cancerian, so obviously it's Queen of Cups. Ace of Cups. I can be very emotional and loving and sensitive and empathic as well. At the bottom of the deck we have here King of Pentacles. I am married, so I have a partner. And Nine of Cups. I'm happy in my marriage. I'm happy with my life. Of course, we all have moments, like I've been having a lot of health issues lately, but this is talking about personality. I can also be smug. I can also sometimes, I've told you so. I'm always right. And it's always a joke, but it's a 50% joke, 50% not. So I have that annoying trait as well. Because this dude is smug. It's like, look at all that I have, look at all that I know. And I can be, mostly I'm like that with my husband, because we always have a competition, who's smarter, who is wiser, who is more educated, who is more intuitive, who is more. And it's like a ping pong kind of game, our relationships. So this is very cool. I highly recommend that you practice this. Okay, and then checking the bottom of the deck, checking the in-between and all those things. How will the people that will be watching this video like it? Will they bring something out for themselves out of this video? Will they find it helpful? How will they feel about this particular video? It's gonna be my last question. So this flew out. Some people find it clear and informative, because what is Emperor? It's some sort of not only authority, but it can talk about schools, universities, all sorts of formal bodies, right, of where we get information and learning. And so this could be, for some people it will be really clear and they will find something for themselves in it, and for some people they'll just look and be like, meh, that's not for me, no thank you, and they'll just forget about it and it will be left somewhere in their, but it might stay in their subconscious, and then when the time is right it will show up when they need it. Okay, so it's much easier when you ask these questions about the answers to which you already know, so you can learn what the cards are saying. The moment we start asking questions about other people, but this can also be passing on knowledge from one to another, although this is not how we would ever traditionally read this card, but he's giving something to her. that she can take with her. So this can literally mean that they will find this information very helpful, the information that I'm passing on from me to you, from heart to heart. So this can speak directly. It will directly with the image, right? It doesn't always have to be. It will pierce, like it will land straight in your heart. You know that Cupid thingy where he sends arrows into people's hearts? So for someone it will reach exactly the place that it's supposed to reach, and it will land straight in reaching people's hearts, whatever I'm sharing. So I'm choosing to take it that way, and I'm going to close it at this particular moment. Thank you. Let me know if you try this, how will it go for you, whether you have been already practicing doing something like that. It's good to have a partner to do it. Like I was mentioning Maya earlier, we do this sort of, have been doing these exchanges lately, and it's fun. So enjoy, leave the comments below what you think about this, and have a lovely day.